It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And here's Harden. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Reggie Bullock. Jackson is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Schrempf in at the 3. Count the basket. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Now, here's Isaac. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Isaac against Schrempf. Harden the pass to Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Meet your point guard. Harden stirs the drink for you as effectively as he scores.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Schrempf. They set the pick. Outside for Jackson. From 11 feet away. That one wide left.
Well, James Harden's still a tremendous player, but now in his early 30s, some question can he be the dominant MVP force we saw in Houston.
Now, here's Burks. This one for 3. The offensive rebound, Roby. Tries yet again. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bullock, good. And Greg, Harden in recent years dealing with hamstring injuries. Has he lost a step to age or injury?
You know, probably a little of both, but we've seen players with a new diet or training regimen get back to peak production. Hopefully, he can as well.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Schrempf. Now Bullock. Passes it to Schrempf. There's the feed to Oladipo. Bullock kicks it to Looney. Shot clock at 2. Oladipo misses. Jackson against Harden. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Isaac throws it down.
How about the timing there by Isaac on some of these alley-oops? Very impressive. Great at knowing when to leave the floor and how to finish that lob.
Oladipo taking his time here. Burks pulls it in. Down low, here's Hartenstein, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. They lead by 8. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Now here's Gordon. Gordon is out there with Jackson. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then it's Jones. And it's Sims in at the center position. Diallo with it. 5 to shoot. There's the dish to Jones. Rebound by Marshall.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Eric Gordon grabs the board.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Eric Gordon was huge in those classic Rockets-Warriors playoff games, wasn't it?
It's almost forgotten, but Gordon was going toe-to-toe with the Splash Brothers, scoring 19 and 20 points per game in that 18 and 19 postseason battles. Eric's a big game player.
Marshall passes to DiVincenzo. On the wing, Ingles. A three, Marshall. No good there. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Jones with the screen on Ingles. Now here's Diallo. Tight defense on him, and he comes up with the deuce.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And the pass to DiVincenzo. Drills the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Left side, Jackson. To the left side wing. Diallo, no good. DiVincenzo against Jackson. To the inside, Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. From 10 feet out, misses off the right iron. Here's Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Jackson. Over Ingles. And that one released in time, but no good. And so that's the end of the first half. They're up by 9. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half.
Their efficiency on offense jumping off the charts in the first half. They've been focused on getting quality looks, and they're shooting a high percentage because of it.
No question they put themselves in a great position right now.
And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. And in the West, De'Aaron Fox.
We know Fox is one of the fastest players in the league, but these days, he doesn't rely on it exclusively. He's gotten a lot stronger in his shot selection, and his shot is more consistent. I see him becoming an all-star.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
We've got Isaac. Alec Burks is out there with Harden. And it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Kevon Looney out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Jackson. And it's Schrempf in at the small forward position. Burks, the pass to Harden. And it's Looney with the rebound. Harden's gone 1 of 3 from the field here.
Look, some of James Harden's career numbers are crazy, but he's also got a lot of firsts to go along with those overall totals, like the first 60-point triple-double.
They've got Hartenstein. Harden out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Roby in at the power forward. They've got Victor Oladipo. Reggie Bullock is out there with Schrempf. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Jackson in at the 1. There's the pick. Harden the pass to Hartenstein. That one drops for him. Hartenstein's got 6. And Harden was the first player to average 35 points and 7 assists in a season.
Yeah, and that was in the 2018-19 season. The same year, he was also the first player to score at least 30 points against every other team. No one had done that since the NBA expanded in 2004.
Little, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. .153 left to play in the third. Harden out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. And there's the drive. The shot by Looney, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They've got Victor Oladipo. Schrempf is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Little. And it's Looney in at the 5. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Oladipo misses. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. And he knocks down the first one.
The southpaw, hard, lucky lefty. He's a tremendous offensive player who can pretty much get triple-doubles in bunches.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Schrempf a screen on Harden. Pass to Diallo. Here is Schrempf. Ingles covering. 5 on the clock. Diallo has the open look. Offensive rebound. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sims has got his first points of the night.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Pass to Yurtseven. 35 seconds left to play in the third. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
As dangerous a penetrator there is, Harden's understanding for when to knife inside is ridiculous.
Here's Oladipo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Schrempf. Just his first attempt, and he knocks down the jumper.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Here's Harden driving to the basket. On the wing, Ingles. Kicks it out to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. Isaac. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 11. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Alec Burks is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Roby in at the 4 spot. Hartenstein passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Roby. Burks kicks to Ingles. The pass to DiVincenzo. Takes the 3. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Oladipo outside. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Out to Schrempf for 3. Goes up again. The shot by Looney, no good. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Hartenstein passes to Burks. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job.
The combination of shooting and speed Oladipo provides this team is invaluable. And his hunger to keep getting better, also impressive.
At the line for 2. 0-18.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Oladipo hits them both. .115 left in the game. Here's Harden driving in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Harden's gone 3 for 7 tonight. Burks against Oladipo. The rebound by Harden. No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
Burks, the pass to Harden. From deep. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Oh, that has to hurt if you're the defense. Harden getting fancy with the jam.
And here's Jackson. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, James. You took control early. Was this a complete game for the team?
Tonight was very important that we got off to a great start and try to execute from the beginning of the game. It was very important for us to come out here and take care of home court, and that's what we did.
You certainly have it rolling now, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in as we present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. Saddiq Bey out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Young. Pass to Hunter. Bey outside. Young with it. Just 5 on the clock. And he banks in the layup.
Many scouts felt Trae Young would convert shots inside at the NBA level. And that's where he's a complete threat.
Griffin right side. Capella with the defensive effort. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Hawks on top. They're up by 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Otto Porter is out there with Keita Bates-Diop. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Goodwin in at the point. Here's Young. From 13 feet, down it goes.
And this is Young's game. He's a shooter and someone that looks to score often.
And for Atlanta, Young runs point with Murray at the 2. Okongwu out there with Johnson. And it's Griffin in at the 3. Outside Murray. No good on the 3. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Powell. Here's Goodwin. The rebound by the Hawks. Outside Young. For 3. Doesn't go that time. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Hawks on top, up by 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Clint, an outstanding first half for this team at the defensive end of the floor. What was the key?
Just be consistent. Defensive rebounding was one of our keys tonight, and it's just the start. So we're going to try to stay locked in on it. We know this is our key in our transition to make a stop here and run. So we're just going to keep going.
Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. From the Western Conference, De'Aaron Fox.
We know Fox is one of the fastest players in the league, but these days, he doesn't rely on it exclusively. He's gotten a lot stronger in his shot selection, and his shot is more consistent. Ooh, I see him becoming an all-star.
The defense hasn't impressed me at all. They look like they're going through the motion. Guys, it's about working together and defending with purpose.
Agree with you, big fella, on every point. Let's see if they step it up. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Blake Griffin out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Otto Porter. Then it's Derek White. And it's Benton in at the point guard position. And for the Hawks, the tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter. Saddiq Bey out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1. Now here's White to the inside. Here's Olynyk. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Even though he lacks length, Olynyk's hustle makes him a threat on second chance opportunities.
Murray against White. Here's Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Olynyk with a screen on Capella.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And we've reached the end of the third. Hawks ahead, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Everybody keep shooting the ball. All right? Jumpers will go. All right? They come in flurries. You miss a couple, you make a couple, all of a sudden, bam, bam.
Wanting to keep it fast and loose, Quinn Snyder asking his guys to stay aggressive on offense.
Well, you have to take the shots that the system is designed to create. If you don't, everything gets bogged down, and that creates much bigger problems.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Dwight Powell, Keita Bates-Diop out there with Kelly Olynyk, and then it's Landry Shamet, and it's Joe in at the point. Johnson inside, guarded by Olynyk, off with the layup.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Joe. He's covered by Holiday. And they go to the intentional foul. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're in front by 2. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He told them, quote, "It all comes down to the next few minutes. That's what will decide this game. So step up. This is your moment, not theirs." Inspiring words, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And that's exactly why you don't want to foul here. Young is automatic at the free throw line.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
All right, guys, what do you think?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
Olynyk against Bay. Now Griffin takes a 3. Capella with a rebound. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Capella taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
You have to love the strong foundation Clint Capella gives his team. He's incredibly reliable in the paint on both ends of the floor.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Guys, your thoughts?
They need to answer fast.
Not only do they need a bucket, they need a 3 just to give them any chance at all.
9 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Benton. From downtown. The shot off that time. And so it's Atlanta with the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking everyone for watching tonight's game. So long, everybody.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. You'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. LeBron James has moved past Karl Malone for second place on the NBA's all-time scoring list. Does he envision claiming that #1 spot of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Well, LeBron said, obviously, health plays the most important part. I've never chased a record in my life. I just wanted to keep getting better. We'll see what happens. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, David. Thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with LeBron James. Then it's Russell. Then there's Davis. And it's Reeves in at the 2 guard. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now Russell. James sets the screen for Russell. Pass to Vanderbilt. James right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's just good basketball. I think King James down low is not a bad option.
Booker outside. And there's the pass to Paul. Biyombo trying to break free. Paul's shot is off. And here's Los Angeles. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season. Vanderbilt's shot is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Durant with it. Fires from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The backcourt pair for them, it's Payne and Booker. T.J. Warren out there with Durant, and it's Landale into the 5 down low. Now here's James. Devin Booker missing his last shot. From deep, Walker. That's no good, misses his first shot of the night, and it's the Suns' ball. Now here's Payne. Warren is screen on Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Booker with no one around. No good with the triple. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers on top, up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, guys. With head coach Monty Williams. Coach, how do you get things going a little bit more offensively?
Well, we got to set screens. We've got to get stops. If we're getting stops, we can play in transition. That opens up a lot for us.
Yeah, you guys are hard to beat when you're out and running. We'll see if that happens more. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome, folks, for the Phoenix Suns today. They're looking at what should be a good battle in a game that's still up for grabs.
Well, how is this game close? I know it's becoming a jump shooting lead, but you got to at least threaten teams on the interior.
Generating some easy hoops would certainly help their cause, but it doesn't seem like part of their game plan. And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. In the West, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Little love going to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just another big-time talent hailing from Canada. Has great length for his position. Creates matchup nightmares the way I did, the way Kenny sometimes did. Not really, I just said that to make him look good.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Anthony Davis. And it's LeBron James. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Reeves in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this Lakers squad has a ton of talent, but some guys are well past their prime.
Both free throws good from Booker.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
KD against Vanderbilt. Here's Russell. The shot that time, not on target. And Phoenix will come the other way. Durant dishes to Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Russell with the rebound. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. The lead is 2. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. And here is LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Here's Davis. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Bismack Biyombo. Terrence Ross is out there with Payne. Then there's Warren. And it's Baisley in at the 4. And they double up Davis. Here's Reeves. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Walker finds Davis. And an intentional foul right there. And the Lakers with some changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Davis. LeBron comes in for Hachimura. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Walker. Phoenix also making some changes. Kevin Durant's checked in for Baisley. Okogie comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Devin Booker in for Terrence Ross. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team. At the line, LeBron James.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And how many times have we seen this? LeBron at the line in a big moment.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And the Suns call time. They're trailing by 4. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Welcome to the floor, the legendary, fantastic Lakers.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. .26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Third team foul. At the line for Los Angeles, LeBron James. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
And LeBron James, for all the things that he does on the floor in terms of his skill set, there's a quality of leadership that becomes the X factor and gives teams confidence that they're going to have a chance to win an NBA title.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Suns. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
And the Suns call time here. They're down by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Lakers fans, your Lakers, make some noise.
Durant for three. And the Suns miss again. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. The 4th team foul. At the line for Los Angeles, Jarred Vanderbilt, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Beyond the arc. The shot by Bazley, no good. Here's Russell. And so the Lakers take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Ron, when you know AD is behind you, how does that help you defensively?
You can stay home. You can allow him to play one-on-one versus a guard versus a big, and you can stay home and be able to box out and get rebounds because he's that good.
It's quite a 1-2 punch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
And you know, some games you're plagued by false starts and slow momentum. You could tell they were getting frustrated.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. They're the 2 and the 3. Gordon is the 4 with the Joker in the middle. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. That one's wide left. Tate passes to right. No good there. Great D that time from Murray. Gordon outside. And here's Porter outside. Fires in the triple.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down because, after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what you've seen from the Nuggets, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And here's Smith. They've got Edmund Sumner. He's out there with Gabe Vincent. And it's Nwora in at the small forward position. Smith outside. Porter, the pass to Bryant. 2 points. That one goes.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
And for Denver, we've got Thomas Bryant, Smith out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Jeff Green, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot. Now here's Brown. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Pass to Porter. We've got 13 seconds left in the second period. Shot clock at 6. Back to Smith. Lets it go from deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 5. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks very much. I'm here with Mike Malone, and Coach, evaluate this team's execution offensively for me.
Well, I think we're at our best when we can get out and run, but also play downhill. It's a simple game for us. When we defend, that gets us out to run. Now we can play downhill, attack, and share the ball. That's when we're at our best.
Keep it simple. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Denver Nuggets.
You love how they've come in here and taken charge. Hostile crowd, but these guys are blocking out the noise.
Yeah, they came in prepared for this, and the results have been outstanding.
And let's take a second now to see what the fans are saying on social media. Kenny,
Yes.
Lynn Baller's question is directed at you. Hey, Jet, what's LeBron got to do to get back into your top 5 all-time list?
He is close. He's in it. I think over the year, he when he won in the bubble, he jumped to number 5 in my list. He is 5.
There's only one answer to that. Beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in points.
No, that doesn't do it.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. R.J. Hampton out there with DeLon Wright. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Covington in at the 4. Murray for 3. Tate grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And for Denver, Porter Jr. and Gordon at the 3 and the 4. Murray and Caldwell Pope are the backcourt pairing. And it's Jokic in at center. They grab their own miss. Here's Hampton. The 3. That shot missing. Denver in the lead. To the middle. And there's Jokic on the assist by Porter. Jokic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Ayton. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 5. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Edmund Sumner is out there with DeLon Wright. And it's Reed in at the 5. Pass to Sumner. Here's the pick. That shot, no good. Brown with some nice D. And so they foul intentionally. The Nuggets making a switch here. Green is checked in.
In for the Nuggets, Jeff Green.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
DeLon Wright. First personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for Denver, Jamal Murray. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
And when healthy, Murray is a force to be reckoned with, because he can go get baskets against tough defense, and he can also make plays for others.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
That's how you protect a lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
All right, guys, what's your take?
They're going to have to get up a quick shot and then foul immediately.
Going to be hard, though. I mean, they don't have much time to work with here, but we've seen crazy stuff happen in this game.
Here's Sumner.
Oakland calls timeout.
.9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here are the Nuggets now. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Pass to Najee. And here's Murray. 6 to shoot. Plenty of space. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
So the Nuggets win it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Nikola, congratulations on the win. What does a win like this say about your team?
I mean, we are looking for each other. We are finding it. When we start playing like we're supposed to play, we are really good. So hopefully we're going to continue to play like this.
Thanks, Nikola. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. Important to make a splash in hostile territory. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard was recognized as one of the NBA's 75 greatest. Coach Ty Lue says to go from being a 15th pick to that means a lot. It's a tribute to his hard work and dedication. And Leonard credits that work ethic to his dad. He says, I try to play as hard as I can each night. That's what my father wanted me to do. Kevin?
What a worker Kawhi is. Terrific player. And a great story, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Plumlee out there with Batum. And it's Westbrook in at the point. And for Sacramento, Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. And it's Barnes in at the three.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here's Westbrook, pass to Plumlee. Outside Leonard. George looking over the floor. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
29 seconds left to play in the first. Sabonis' screen on Batum. Murray kicks to Sabonis. Plumlee with the rebound. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
Back from outside. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead. They're up by 2. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against Dallas. They've got Domantas Sabonis. Trey Lyles out there with Monk, and it's Fox, and it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Puts it up from 12. Powell pulls it in. Highland passes to George. Misses the 3. Here's Sacramento. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
In a close game against a tough opponent, I thought they did a terrific job of just keeping their composure and not really being rattled.
Now, here's Fox. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. What a battle we're witnessing tonight at the point guard position. And always fun when you see players battling like this. Shaq, who did you consider your greatest rival?
So at the start, probably Akeem later, and then my man Yao Ming towards the end.
Oh, I thought you were going to say free throws.
Oh, man, that's cold, Ernie.
That we got that tweaked up.
And let's take a look at this first half of play for the Kings. Not a lot of separation here at the midway point.
Well, their offensive execution has been bad, Ernie. Bad. They're not running the sets. They're forcing bad shots. Undisciplined, bad basketball.
Well, yeah, I have to agree with you, man. If it's not there for you, please make the extra pass.
Because if you don't, it looks bad.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Setting the floor for the Clippers. And small and power forwards, Leonard and Batum. Russell Westbrook out there with Paul George. And it's Plumlee in at the center position.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And here's Herter. Now the pass to Fox. Sabonis' screen on George. Fox finds Sabonis. Back to Fox. Over Plumlee. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's the Clippers. George passes to Westbrook. Plumlee sets the pick for Westbrook. Takes the 13-footer. Oh, and he misses the dunk. It's all tied in Sacramento. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
You got to make the right play like you've been doing all night, all right? We're going to try to help and tag. You got to make the right play, finish, and make the right pass, all right?
Well, you know what, Greg? You got to like what Coach Ty Lue is saying, telling his guys to take what they see.
I mean, keep it simple. Don't rush it. Let's just stay focused. Really good advice.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. At the guard positions, Mitchell and Monk. Barnes out there with Holmes, and it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Powell for 3. Rebound by the Kings. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Big group substitution here for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Alex Len. Murray comes in for Rashawn Holmes. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Monk. And it's Fox in for Davion Mitchell. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for the team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game. He wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Fox against Westbrook. Now Fox. With the shot. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. so Sacramento will get the first possession. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's man in at the 1. Now, here's Fox. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Morris with a screen on Fox. Man passes to Powell. And a miss there on the triple. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now, here's Fox. Shot clock at 6. 17-foot shot on the way. Oh, no good. And the Clippers call time here. It's tied at 2. 3 seconds left in the first overtime. And here's Leonard from 3. Misses the 3. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. So we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line.
Here we go.
And so here's Sacramento. Outside, Fox. Shot from 12. Sacramento again missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now Fox. Paul George missing from long range. Westbrook against Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Batum sets a screen for George. Right between the eyes.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
to tie. Misses the dunk with the chance to extend the game. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, another stifling defensive effort. So what sets this team apart at that end of the floor?
I'm not sure. I think we all just pretty much buying into the game plan. Our offense isn't going as well as we want, so we're just putting our hats on the defensive end, and then we're coming out with great games like today.
Well, if you're going to win one end of the floor, it should be the defensive end, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Hi everybody, this is Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, LaMelo Ball saw this coming. He said, quote, "My whole life I always knew I was going to the NBA. I had my life planned out. I knew I'd have stardom. My whole life I thought I was the star. I can't even say I'm a rock star. It's something other than that. I'm something rare." Guys?
No shortage of confidence, Allie. Thanks for that. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. While they're still in the bottom third of the league, they do get a little bump in the rankings.
Well, right now for Detroit, they are showing some progress. Little by little, they're becoming a better team. Now, they just have to maintain this positive momentum.
A look at the Pistons starting group. It's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Wiseman is out there with Marvin Bagley, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. And for Charlotte, at the forward spots, Hayward and Washington, Ball and Rozier are the guards, and it's Richards in at the 5, down low.
Here we go.
It'll be the Hornets off the tip. Now Ball, pass to Hayward. Washington with the ball. Now Ball puts up a 3. The rebound by Bogdanovich. Here's Ivy, pounded by Rozier. Now here's Wiseman. It's stolen by Washington, and it's the Hornets on the break. Ball left side. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer Rozier. Oh, they get a hand on it. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
The Pistons. Please give me a round of applause.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
They've got to be satisfied so far. They look cohesive to begin this game.
And here's Detroit. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. Setting the floor for the Pistons. They've got Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart out there with Bojan Bogdanovic. Then there's Derek Favors, and it's Hayes in at the shooting guard. Now here's Ball. Launches a three, and no good. Now here's Cunningham, and he drives in, shoots over Oubre, and it's Cunningham missing.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Ball against Hayes. Now here's Ball, tightly guarded. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
The Pistons, 0.
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and just not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You take a look at the Hornets. They didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They got to wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
And now looking at the Hornets, a very close game so far.
Their offense is too predictable right now. Getting nothing on the interior. They look like Kenny when he's running, unbalanced.
I've got enough balance to outrun you. Let's go. Anytime.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Ball and Rozier are the guards. At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington. And it's Richards in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Steve Clifford. Now here's Cunningham. Outside Bogdanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screened by Wiseman. Bogdanovic passes to Wiseman. So they take the lead.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovic willing to get it to his open guys.
Here's Rozier. Ball outside. Rozier with a screen on Cunningham. Ball finds Rozier. That would have put him up. The Pistons leading.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Ball. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your Hornets, Ball. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Ball nails both of them.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
The Pistons.
Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Dwayne Casey.
All we got to do is move the basketball. The ball will find the right person. All right? Get it from side to side. Don't force it.
And you can tell Coach Casey wants his guys to work harder, specifically in how they pass the ball.
It's just basic basketball. When you swing the ball around, the floor is going to open up.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Pistons. They've got Hayes. Ivy's out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Corey Joseph, and it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Charlotte making some changes. Richards is checked in for Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Oubre. Wiseman, he's checked in for Detroit. Bogdanovich comes in for Hayes. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Steve Clifford was discussing with his players. As this game enters its final moments, he told his guys to keep their cool, saying, quote, no sloppy play. Let's stay true to what we do best. We're almost there, gentlemen.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Off the inbound. Here's Richards. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Timeout called, the Pistons. Kate Cunningham's checked in for Joseph.
Piston substitution, Cade Cunningham.
And so it's Detroit with it. Wiseman a screen on Ball. Pass to Ivy. To the paint. Yes!
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're behind by 2. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Washington's checked in for Charlotte. And the switch here also for Detroit. Bagley's checked in. Four seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, there's the alley!
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Detroit calls timeout. The Hornets making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Three seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Ivey, hounded by Rozier. Here's Ivey. Wiseman, a screen on Rozier. Here's Ivey. Oh, no good! Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after the break. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Hayes is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Favors in at the center spot. Here's Bogdanovic. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Martin. Ball outside to take the lead. Rebounded by the Pistons. And here's Bogdanovic. It falls!
What hustle on the glass. Bogdanovic doesn't give up. Have to appreciate the effort.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They trail by 2. 24 seconds left in OT. So for the Hornets, Gordon Hayward comes in for Martin. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Mikhailuk. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Wiseman, he's checked in for Favors. Bagley comes in for Stewart. Ivey's checked in for Hayes. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Joseph. And the Hornets with possession here. Trailing by 2. Ball outside. No good from three-point range. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And when you talk about Ivey, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They trail by 4. 12 seconds left to play in overtime. Your thoughts, guys?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
The three from Ball. Again, the miss by the Hornets. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for the Pistons, Bojan Bogdanovic at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
You know, a pretty consistent scorer throughout the course of his career. Bogdanovic, he was just born to get buckets.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Hayward for 3. The shot misses. And so it's Detroit with the W. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with a pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Tobias Harris. Harrell is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Maxey in at the shooting guard position. And looking at the Nets, we've got Mikal Bridges. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Dinwiddie passes to Bridges. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded closely. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And here's Milton. Harris up top. 6 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup.
And this is why you get Harris the rock inside. They can trust his judgment down there.
Here's Dinwiddie. Rebound by Harrell. Here's Harris. That one misses. Great D that time from Johnson. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers ahead, leading by just 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And Philadelphia has possession. Seth Curry is out there with Thomas. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And so Simmons will bring it up for Brooklyn. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. Pass to Harris. Inside. Clock at 4. Offensive rebound. The pass to Claxton. Outside Thomas. Shoots over McDaniels. Here's Simmons, and finally they hit one.
And the length of Simmons using this as well as that athleticism to pull in the offensive rebound.
Dedmon a screen. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Doc, what do you think you'll see from them in the second half?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Always the coach's mantra. Thanks, Doc. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
Inefficiency on the offensive end. How about pounding it more inside, like I always say? Also, if you don't have a look, don't take a crazy shot. Make an extra pass.
Shaq, it's a great recipe, man. More physical, more unselfish.
That's right. Recipe, put a little ice cream on top of that hot fudge and you get a championship like me.
Changing things up now, let's take a glance at the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Wizards, let's be honest, they're clearly the better team. You can't afford to drop games where you're the heavy favorite.
This is a TCB game, taking care of business. Doesn't have to be pretty, just win.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so in the game for the 76ers, P.J. Tucker is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Milton in at the point guard. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the 76ers now. Maxey, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Maxey's got the first points of the second half here for the 76ers. Here's Dinwiddie. Johnson outside. Here's the three. Rebounded by Tucker.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Passes it to Milton. Here is Harris. Six on the shot clock. From 18 feet away. Doesn't go that time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. 76ers lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Let's get this pace back up. All right? Get them to move that rock again.
And Doc Rivers seeing that his team may be getting a little sluggish out there. He senses a lot. He always talks about that. Maybe a little complacent guys with the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, he wants the guys to play with a greater sense of urgency, but also play together. And that's when this group's at their best.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We got Ben Simmons. Mikal Bridges out there with Thomas. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he makes both from the line.
Certainly some pressure on those free throws, but he still delivered.
And the 76ers call time here. It's tied at 4. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Dedmon a screen. Here's Harris. Rebounded by the Nets. Up top, Simmons. Defended by Milton. And Simmons kicks to Bridges. Here's Thomas. A miss that time. Would have put him up. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harris against Thomas. Pass to Milton. There's the triple. That one doesn't drop. Timeout called. The Nets. It's tied at 4. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Now, Dinwiddie. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast.
Here we go.
It'll be the Nets off the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Johnson is out there with Simmons. Then it's Curry. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Stolen by McDaniels. Melton feeling it out a bit. Latrey frames it from downtown.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 3. There's 37 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What's your take, guys?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1, we'll see if they try.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Joe Harris. Daniel House is checked in for the 76ers. Here's Curry. Lets the 3 fly. That one no good. So they foul intentionally. And Philadelphia calls time here. They're up by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in overtime.
The most confident man in the land. Let's go. It's t-shirt time. To the floor. Give it up.
Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. Philadelphia also making some changes. Harris comes in for Daniel House. And Maxey subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
Some noise, everyone.
Dinwiddie with it. And he drives in. Can't cash in from close range. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey. At the line with 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And the Nets miss again.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
So the 76ers win it. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Special thanks to Skylar Cole for that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Allie, it's all yours.
Kyrie Irving draws praise from Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, who said, quote, as somebody that played the point guard, I think Kyrie's the most skilled player that's ever played the position. His shot making is incredible, and he's a better passer than people give him credit for. He's a wizard. Brian, that says a lot.
Sure does, Allie. Thank you. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. The good news is they're trending in the right direction, still right in the middle of the pack.
Well, I think for Dallas.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber out there with Christian Wood. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. They're the 2 and the 3. Gordon is the 4 with the Joker in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And it's the Mavericks to start out. Here's Doncic. Wood, a screen on Murray. Doncic with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively.
So creative on the attack. I like whenever Doncic knifes inside and looks to score.
Wood against Murray. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Dallas now. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
And it was just a strange loss. They were far from their best, but still managed to keep it close.
Yeah, really the only thing close, though, about that game was the score. In just about every other aspect, they were totally outplayed.
Murray, no good. From deep, here's Doncic. That shot is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Mavericks ahead, up by 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Mavericks.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Now Smith on the court for Dallas here in the second. We've got Markieff Morris. Hardy is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's JaVale McGee, and it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Doncic on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Fearless play by Doncic in the paint. Ready to do whatever it takes to find his shot.
Smith passes to Green. Outside, Brown. And here's Porter outside. It's rebounded by Morris. 20 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Inside. And there's McGee. That one's good. On the assist by Green.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And here's Porter. Can't cash it in from close range. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to halftime. And after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Denver Nuggets.
Right now, it's about the lack of defense, or lack thereof, giving up too many wide-open looks. I'm not seeing any heart or any hustle.
Yeah, you can just imagine what coach is telling them in the locker room.
And let's get back to our featured game. A fantastic battle between these two guys.
The league is so full of elite point guards. We get to see incredible matchups every night. You can't ignore the skill that both of these guys have shown in the first half.
Yeah, they're trying to one-up each other each time up the floor. This is great to watch.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Murray with it. Porter Jr. and Gordon at the 3 and the 4. Murray and Caldwell Pope are the backcourt pairing. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now here's Murray. Sinks that one from the post.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Outside Hardaway. Outside Irving. Launches it. Kept alive. The 3 ball. That one is off. The Nuggets trail.
the smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Murray against Doncic. Jokic gets the bucket. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
I like when Jokic uses his size down there on the inside. He gets the ball to a good spot, and then he goes to work.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Mavericks on top. They lead by a bucket. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at the Mavericks. Hardy is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Maxi Kleba. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's McGee in at the center position.
A consistent three-point shooter, a clutch three-point shooter. Kyrie has to be guarded out there at all times.
Now a timeout called by Denver. They're down by 5. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, thanks a lot. I had a chance to hear what Mike Malone was saying to his team, and he had plenty of confidence. He told his players, we've worn those guys down. We can take advantage of it. We're not going away until the last second. Let's see how they respond. Back over to you.
Allie, thank you. Back to Murray. Down low. Here's Jokic. Great D that time from McGee.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Green's checked in for the Nuggets. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And he commits the intentional foul.
Jeff Green. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Dallas. Tim Hardaway. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
To the inside, Jokic. Cash! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Whoa, a drive like that is the kind of play that can shift the entire outcome of a close game like this one.
13 foul. Shooting for Dallas. Hardy. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Denver. They're down by 7. 27 seconds left in the final quarter. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brown with a screen. Murray for three. Mavericks with a rebound. Here's Hardy. And so it's Dallas winning this one. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Luka, yes, another victory for you, but the games will keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
Well, you put together a full game tonight, and it paid off, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Seattle Supersonics taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Now let's take a look at the Sonics opening lineup. Kemp is out there with Ennis. Then there's Payton. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Hawkins in at the shooting guard position. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Pass to Hawkins. Payton against Jones. Payton inside. Misses the step-back jump shot. Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to Las Vegas. Payton against Johnson. Collins, a screen on Payton. Here's Johnson. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
Now Payton, so with Johnson sitting on the bench. Here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Kem Birch. Ante Graham is out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the four-man position. Pass to Graham. Here's Birch. Jacks up a three. And it's Graham missing. Payton inside. He's defended by McDermott. Payton gets the bucket.
Oh, how about Gary Payton? Silky look, working his way in close to the basket to make sure he got what he wanted in close.
.23 seconds left to play here in the half. McDermott with it. The pass to Graham. From the arc. It doesn't go for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Sonics lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. And as we look ahead on our schedule, is there anything fun you guys are really looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Shaq making some more bad predictions. That's always fun for me.
Don't lie to the people at home, Kenneth Cornelius Bailey. Shaq Stradamus is never wrong about anything.
Well, I mean, I checked my notes, but we'd be here a long time.
Whatever.
Turning our attention now to the Seattle Supersonics. They are in a close one so far.
Being a trunk slammer ain't easy. Hostile environment, and these guys are unfazed.
Yeah, it's tough to win on the road in the NBA. Loving the confidence. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here's Seattle. The lead is 2 on the court for Seattle. Ennis out there with Kemp. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Hersey Hawkins. And it's Payton in at the 1.
And this is what leaders do. Payton showing a willingness to get it to the open man.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive.
Now here's Jones. Outside Collins. Kicks it out to Johnson. Three-pointer. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Ennis taking his time here. Pass to Payton. Kempa screen on Jones. On the paint. Payton can't get it to go. Here's Vassell. On the wing, Johnson. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. Seattle ahead, up 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. At the forward spots, it's Johnson and McDermott. Then there's Devontae Graham. Then there's Ken Birch. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Johnson. The shot by Birch, no good.
You will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul. At the line for the Supersonics. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Nate McMillan is one of those guys that just provides outstanding leadership. A capable scorer who also rebounds, passes, and defends pretty well.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 6. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McDermott down low. He's against Kemp. Three-pointer, Graham. Rebounded by Askew. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 14 foul. For the Supersonics. Vincent Askew taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. The Spurs making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's the screen. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. That 3 off the mark. And it's the Supersonics with the ball. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's McMillan. So we see the Sonics get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Hey, Allie.
Well, Kevin Durant, the all-time leading scorer in the history of the U.S. men's team, said that experience informs his approach in the NBA, adding, quote, in that environment, you have to check your ego and even take a step back in order for the team to be good. Everybody brings their part, and everybody's valuable.
Yeah, that's a great perspective, Allie. Thank you. And while it might be very early in the season, never too soon to take a look at the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up. They're still the top team in this league, sitting at number 1.
Well, right now for the Suns, they're going in the wrong direction. The good news, it's still super early in the season. Lots of games still to be played and lots of time to flip the switch.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Bismack Biyombo, and it's Okogie in at the 3. And for the Rockets, Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center, and it's Martin in at the small forward. And the tip goes to Houston. And here is Green. Smith outside. Fires from deep. Durant pulls it in. Over Green. Here's Biyombo. Not going to go that time. Good D by Şengün. Porter against Paul. Smith outside. Pass to Martin. Now Porter. Martin with a screen on Paul. Clock at 6. Porter. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen. The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Outside, Green. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. It's a tie game here in Houston. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
2, 1.
action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
But they can't afford to get complacent because of the early success. There is still a lot of basketball to be played.
Here's Payne. And so in the game for the Suns, they've got Darius Baisley, Cameron Payne out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's T.J. Warren, and it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, what a burst of energy from Warren, flying up to the rim for a nice dunk.
Here's Nwaba. Pass to Christopher. From the top of the key. The shot no good. The Suns go the other way with it. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Nwaba with it. Here's Smith. Smith with a screen on Payne. Here's Christopher, and the 10-footer finds the target. Christopher's got his first points of the night.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Warren with the ball. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The Suns 4.
Greetings, everyone. Let's first take a look at the players of the week in both conferences. And I've got a couple of former players of the week right here. Did winning that award mean a lot to you guys at the time?
The first one, absolutely. Meant a little less the second time. And the third time, I was great. Fourth time, I actually...
Well, actually, Ernie, yes, the honor meant a lot to us. And we don't have to talk about Shaq's all day because I actually did win that.
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
They've been letting loose from that perimeter. You know what I'm going to say? Attack the paint. Make the defense feel your presence.
If we know what you're going to say, does that mean you're getting a little predictable? That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set, and it's Martin in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Durant, no good. Green against Paul. Green, the pass to Porter. Back to Green. Okogie pulls down the board. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Ball finds Booker. Up and over Porter. Booker can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range. But he can't make him all.
Porter, the pass to Smith. Durant against Green. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Making things happen amongst those trees, Green. He's pretty relentless.
Outside Booker. No good on the shot. 3/4 of play and a close one here. The Rockets on top, up by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Booker's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. On the court right now for the Suns. Payne and Booker in the backcourt. T.J. Warren out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Baisley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Nwaba, he's checked in for Şengün. All right, let's get a report from Ali.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He told them victory was within their grasp, saying, quote, "You've got all the tools you need to win. Now it's about closing. Guys, we'll see if they're up for the task."
And Ali, thanks. Outside Durant. From 8 feet away. Second chance effort. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Look at Durant utilizing his length, snatching the offensive board. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 7 foot and sending it right back.
Porter against Payne. Nwaba, screen on Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Christopher. Booker defending. Phoenix grabs the miss. Phoenix calls timeout. They're losing by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Timeout called. Houston. They lead by 3. 7 seconds left to play in the fourth. Seven seconds left to play in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throw put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game up.
And so the Rockets take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.